The countdown is on to the latest episode of Star Wars. Fans of the franchise have been waiting for this for years. But in the meantime, gamers can immerse themselves in the Force with Star Wars Battlefront. Grant has the story.
There hasn't been a sci-fi series as big as Star Wars in the history of filmmaking. In December, the new movie The Force Awakens hits our screens, and you've got to ask yourself, what's a movie release without an associated video game?
It is unavoidable. We will witness the destruction of the Alliance and the end of this insignificant rebellion.
Star Wars Battlefront is likely to be the biggest Star Wars game in history, and we're at the South African launch to take it for a spin. The game has had a lot of hype and quite a bit of critical acclaim. For Star Wars fans, it's a dream come true. The game is multiplayer only with 13 maps which will push every fan's nostalgia button. The worlds are beautifully rendered with an attention to detail that is unrivaled. So how do you get the most out of the experience?
With Star Wars Battlefront, the really nice thing about it is they're using the latest generation technology for the graphics. So you're seeing the latest OpenGL, you're seeing pixel shading at its best. You're really able to utilize the DIY market that way because PC gaming, what they really look for is being able to modify. And part of modifying is that they can choose what they want to put in it. And that's a big upper hand versus console. You're not locked at your 30 FPS, whereas you are in other cases.
The game has also come in for a bit of flack, with very early and expensive downloadable content dropping just over a week after launch. Another major criticism is that the game doesn't offer a single-player campaign, and there are only a handful of multiplayer modes that are likely to catch on. So is it worth it? Battlefront has definitely been one of the most anticipated games of 2015, but with the year having such a strong lineup, it's up against some extremely strong competition. Just think about Tomb Raider, Fallout 4, and Call of Duty Black Ops.
When we first heard about Star Wars Battlefront, we were excited because it was a DICE game. So we thought with DICE game, they've always done dedicated servers in a particular way. We've had partnerships in place to secure servers for local South African gamers, as we have for Battlefield for ages. But as it sort of turned out, it's a DICE game, but with a bit of a twist. All the servers have been deployed and managed by EA, and so far there's no servers that have been deployed for South Africa. So we were worried when we heard about this, going, because then we have to play at really high pings. But then the beta came along, and we played it extensively. We mapped all the traffic for it, as we do for the prioritization of the gaming. And what we actually found out is that the lag management in the game is actually fantastic. I think I myself played about 30 matches during the course of the beta. I maybe had a problem on 3 of those matches.
Your pathetic rebellion ends here.
Right now the game's getting quite mixed reviews, but by looking at it, it looks absolutely amazing, and Star Wars fans are going to be so stoked that they've got something really cool to play. What do you guys think of Battlefront? Let us know on our Twitter page @TechReportSA.